Hello everyone, thanks again for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we are going to be reviewing Captain of Fates by Katherine Webber. This is book 4 in the Twin Crown series. It is a standalone. However, you cannot read this one out of sequence with the original trilogy because you will massively spoil plot points from the first 3 books if you do so. Don't do that to yourself, I promise. In any case, this book follows Marino. He is Celeste's brother. Celeste was a minor character in the previous trilogy, but she's a seer. And Marino, turns out, is a Tempest witch. You know, like all the witches, they do have access to all the strands of magic, but his central core magic is Tempest. You know, storms, winds, that kind of fun stuff, right? Which goes in handy considering he's a seafaring captain, right? Well, when Celeste kind of falls into the seeing sickness, Marino takes it upon himself to follow the sea crest and sea swifts, and they're kind of like the star crest, the birds, but for water, and fishes, and to find the cure, basically. In doing so, he gets shipwrecked on Solvara. Solvara? Yeah, Solvora. He gets shipwrecked there by mermaids. And here's the thing. Everyone on this place is trapped there. They're trapped. They're absolutely trapped. They're cursed because Little Mermaid, right? King of Solara married a mermaid. She gave up her legs for him. She was missing her sister, so she went back to the ocean. What did the king do? Instead of just letting her go back, he killed her, and then he killed himself. And so the island is cursed, and all the mermaids are cursed because the queen of the sea, or mother of the sea, goddess of the sea, she's like, well, you guys didn't protect your sister, so you're also cursed. You can no longer leave the ring, and you have to trap everyone else here with you. Anyone who comes into the ocean, you sink their ships. So everyone's pretty much trapped. Humans hate the mermaids, and mermaids hate the humans, so forth and so forth. So on and so forth. Well, Marino was, like Prince Eric, saved by one of the mermaids, Kira. This book has 3 point of views. You've got Marino, you've got Kira, the mermaid, and you have Lana, the baker. Lana is a sweetheart. I absolutely love her. And it's kind of like, I don't want to spoil anything for you. It's so good. I think the writing style is really, really what is amazing. It still feels a part of the Twin Crown series. You still get Katherine Webber's voice, you know? But you're seeing more of her. Remember, Katherine Webber and Catherine Doyle co-wrote the first 3. Now this is her just taking her own approach to some of these side characters and giving them their own story and giving them their happily ever afters, right? So I think her writing style is very, very strong. Like, I was invested in these characters. The characterization is so on point. The differences between the characters, they have such distinct personalities, but their character dynamics are so well done. Marino is just a charmer, and he's a captain, but you get this sense of honor that he has, this loyalty to his sister. The way he slowly falls in love with Lana. First of all, it's a love at first sight kind of thing. For him, trapped in the storm, gets set into her bakery to dry off. It's a love at first sight thing, so he falls first. And just their chemistry is just so fun to unpack as it unfolds. And I think his devotion to his sister, while also he never wanted love or romance, and that's part of why his sister got sick, because she was trying to see a future in which he did have happiness, right? In which he did fall in love, because his sister is like, no, you need a person in order to be happy, and he's like, no, I don't. But now he finally meets his person. He has met his person, and it's great for him. It takes him by surprise. I just think it's a whole lot of fun to see them evolve. And then you also have his dynamic with Kira, the mermaid. She's also she's complicated. She's a complicated character, but her background is complicated, you know? Again, the mermaids don't like the humans for good reason, and the humans don't really like the mermaids, again, for good reason. I mean, they're cursed to kind of kill each other, so it kind of sucks, right? It's just really, really fun to see them come alive and to see Kira get really fleshed out and really develop. She's such an opposite of Lana. She is such a complete opposite from Lana. And the way Marino, in a way, falls in love with both of these two girls, and not in like a player kind of way, but like you genuinely see like, damn, like his heart is literally torn in two. He is falling in love with both of these girls. This one who's a mermaid who saved him, even though she wasn't supposed to save him. And then you have the sweet baker, who is such a fucking sweetheart. And it's like, you don't want any harm to come to her. It's just really, really fun. And it's emotionally investing. Like, I'm not someone who, like, loves to read romance. I read stories more for plot, not so much for the romance. But if you're going to do a romance, do it right. This is when it's done right. You think like, man, how can he just be happy with both of these girls without hurting both of these girls? Because you are emotionally invested in his dynamic with both of these two characters. Like, they both mean something separate to him, and they make a whole for him. And the way the story kind of wraps up is really, really wonderful and beautiful. And like, when I read it, I was just like, I knew it. But Webber just kind of keeps you guessing there. Like, I didn't see it coming, but then I kind of saw it coming the more the plot kind of developed, especially one scene closer to the end. So it's unpredictable, but slightly predictable. It's just a whole lot of fun. You know, it was a lot of fun to read. It was a breeze to read. I love the pacing. I love the characterization. I love the dynamics. I honestly highly recommend this book and this series to pretty much everyone, especially if you're looking for romantasy with action and witches and magic and mermaids and curses. It's a whole lot of fun to read because these are characters that really do come alive on the page. So you do get emotionally invested in who these characters are. So yeah. Solid 4.5 stars. 4.75. It was a really good book, and I blew through it. Absolutely loved it. On that note, thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with our book with your friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.